All right, here we go for Game 2 of our doubleheader this Friday evening. Unfortunately, men's team took a loss earlier today, but we've got some Lady Pacer basketball coming at you right now as Greensboro College is in the house tonight. WPU is coming into this one at 4-4 overall after splitting in their series against Meredith College last week. They won the first one here at the Herm, 75-68. Very good game by the Pacers there, in which they were down, I believe, quite a bit, and then just made a nice comeback and took it all the way. Really good game there by the Pacers, and then they took a loss, I should say, on the road, or just up the road a little bit here in Raleigh at Meredith College, 71-60. So Greensboro College coming in tonight. They are currently 1-5 overall, kind of a tough season for them. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They are 1-2 at their place. They're 0-3 on the road. And they're going to try and see if they can get a little something going here at the Herm tonight. And the Pacers are going to try and see if they can get in the positive category, as they currently sit even at 4-4 at their record. Got Graham Smith with me on the call tonight, and here we go as Greensboro wins the tip, and Greensboro wins the first bucket of the day, nailing a triple. And they'll take a 3-0 lead as we kick things off for you tonight here on the Pacers Sports Network. Appreciate all 83 of you in here with us tonight. Jamisha Sanders gets her attempt kind of blocked, and that'll be Jasmine Young Thunder to chase down the rebound, as Greensboro will try and add on to their lead and take a multi-possession lead here. Your starters for tonight for the Pacers: Mariah Parton, Sydney Austin, Tatiana Osina, Jamisha Sanders, and Sierra Baker. At Greensboro's side of things, you've got Lauren Livingston and Ness Knox, Brianna Milton, Jasmine Young Thunder, and Kiera Johnson, as Greensboro comes up empty there. And William Peace will get on the board for the first time tonight. That'll be Mariah Parton Jr. out of right here in Raleigh, North Carolina, to get things started for the Pacers tonight, as Jamisha Sanders sends a pass back into the face of Kiera Johnson, but it'll be a rebound by the Pacer, as the putback was no good by Greensboro, as Parton will slow the pace just a bit.
Great job so far, partner, on the call. Doubleheader Friday here. Had to go take a little power nap in between games, so still trying to get refreshed, but so far the action's helping me get into this quickly. This has been a fast-paced game.
It has. Hey, we're trying to get our money's worth over here.
Yeah, we're trying to get our money's worth.
We ain't trying to shortchange anybody over here. Greensboro getting up to a 5-4 lead with back-and-forth action here early. Just about 2 minutes ticked off the clock in the first quarter. Jamisha Sanders is going to be called for the offensive foul, as that's something she struggled with at times this season, is, offensive fouls. You know, she's a big body underneath there, and she's very aggressive, and sometimes that can be at her detriment. At least it has been this season, as it was right there. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Good defense here by Sydney Austin and Osina, as Greensboro finally able to get it across. First shot by Young Thunder, well off the mark. Jamisha Sanders loses this one out of bounds.
Well, I'd like to make a note. This Greensboro College Pride team is going to take a lot of pride of forcing turnovers. They had 22 in their previous game last week against Methodist, and so far they've already forced the Pacers to 2 in this ball game. So the Pacers are going to have to do a good job of staying on their toes in their offensive possessions, because Greensboro is going to make you pay for it if you're not.
Right there, they do, as they hit a big one there from beyond the arc. 8-4 your score. Pacers trail by 4. Parton walks it across midcourt. A lob pass into Jamisha Sanders. Thought that might get intercepted. Baker, left corner 3, no good. And that'll be a whistle on the floor.
Great job there by Sanders, who I believe was the one that made that pass, to be able to find Baker just by herself in the left side corner. Greensboro was just bunching up the lane right there, and Baker was able to sneak off to the side as she'll come out for a breather. Just couldn't get the ball to fall in.
As you said, Baker checks out. DeVincenzo checks in, who's been a key player off the bench this season for the Pacers. Sydney Austin goes up, no good on the bucket, but she will get fouled, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up here for Sydney Austin, who's been a key player this year for the Pacers.
Yeah, Sydney Austin had a great performance last Friday night when we saw the Pacers take on the Angels here on the Pacers Sports Network. And that second matchup on Sunday, she had 8 points. Shot 4 of 12 from the field. 0 of 1 in three-point shooting. But yeah, she's been a big factor all season long for the Pacers. A big contributor. That's what you want out of one of your senior leaders on this team.
She has, and she goes 2 of 2 there at the line. She's the only senior on the squad this season. Fairly young Pacer. Both the men, we were just talking about this before the game on the men's side. The men's and the women's teams are both really young teams, technically speaking. A lot of juniors on that men's team as well. As Greensboro gets a bucket on the other end, 11-6. Pacers trail 5 here. And Sydney Austin hits the deck and will go to the line again.
The lone senior, as we just mentioned, she hit the deck hard there. Good to see her back on her feet so quickly. She's tough.
Very tough. Stephanie Chandler will now check in for Osina. Chandler's first time this game. She's been a key player this season at times for the Pacers. Really a clutch player as Austin prepares for a couple of free throws here. First one is good. She now has 5 points. Second one rolls out. Pass down low, now about outside. Kiera Johnson, three-point attempt, no good, and Sanders goes after it, but doesn't quite get it. As Lauren Livingston, freshman guard for Greensboro, will come up with it, but she'll be called for a travel. Is that just the aggression itself and the intensity itself got that Greensboro bench fired up a little bit there here early. So we've got 6:16 to go in the first quarter as DeVincenzo brings it up hard. Nice aggressive take there. She'll pull it back, get it to Chandler. Sanders out to Austin, whistle blown, and I believe they're going to call a 3-second violation against William Peace. So now Natalia Atwater will check in for Greensboro. Young Thunder will Young Thunder will stay in. It'll be Brianna Milton that will check out.
Pacers with 3 turnovers already in this ballgame. The Pride with 1. This Greensboro College team, they're very feisty on defense. They're not afraid to play aggressive.
Another bucket there for Greensboro as they add to their lead, 13-7. But Jamisha Sanders has an answer on the other end, and that'll put it back to a 4-point lead by Greensboro. Foul underneath against William Peace. So now Pamela Mock will check in. First free throw is good here for Ines Knox. Second one good as well, and then that'll be a 6-point lead here for Greensboro early. Pacers still looking for their first lead of the night. DeVincenzo brings it up strong again. That's a couple of times she's done that now. Practically an all-out sprint up the court as Jamisha Sanders gets another one to go as she's having a nice night underneath already. Couple of points, or excuse me, 4 points, couple of buckets she's got, going 2 of 3 from the field. And now the Pacers with a nice opportunity here as that'll force a turnover on the Greensboro side. So it'll come back to William Peace. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter of this one.
And Will, right now on the court, the players that are currently in, Sanders is the one that I want to look at down low. She stands at 5'11", matches up well with Young Thunder of the Pride at 5'10". Keep doing what you're doing for the Pacers. Get the ball down and get the ball down low to her, and let her take control of this game.
Ball will stay here with William Peace. That'll be a foul against Atwater, her first of the night. Chandler, nothing there for her. Austin, nothing there for her. And a pass tipped by Young Thunder. That'll be a foul against Sydney Austin in transition.
Yeah, that's one thing you want to look to try and avoid is those transitional fouls, especially back here in the backcourt. Well, one thing that I think is going to make a difference in this ball game for these two teams is bench points. In the Pacers' previous game this past Sunday against Meredith, they had 28 points coming off the bench for them in that loss. And meanwhile, for the Pride in their last game against North Carolina Westland, they had 29 bench points. So be looking at that stat all night long. That could be a difference maker in this ball game.
Yeah, that's always a key, and that's why the bench is so important because, I mean, you could have really great starters, but, I mean, in theory, that's only going to carry you so far when you come up against really good teams. And then when fatigue sets in, it's like if you don't have a bench, it's only going to hold you up so much. But if you've got a deep bench, yeah. If you've got a deep bench, that can carry you a long way in this game. As DeVincenzo brings this one up, as that'll be a pass a little too high, intended for Sanders. William Peace bringing it up yet again after an empty trip for Greensboro. 4-point deficit here. Peace trails as Mott goes up. A lot of contact, no whistle, and William Peace within 2.
Pacer bench starting to get into this contest a little bit here. This will be a huge defensive hole for the Pacers if they can come away with one.
This Young Thunder will get fouled underneath. She'll go to the line for a couple of free throws. Greensboro is still leading 2. They've had to lead the whole way.
Foul going against Sanders of the Pacers. This is second personal of the night.
First shot no good for Young Thunder. Second one is. So it'll still be a one-possession game. 3:15 to go here in a first quarter that has flown by. Pretty high intensity first quarter by both sides, really, as it's been neck and neck. Greensboro gets a steal there. Livingston brings it up. Timberlake to Livingston. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Young Thunder with it, top of the key. Good defensive possession here by the Pacers, and that'll be a travel against Young Thunder.
Yeah, Greensboro right there was just being a little too patient. They were just moving the ball around the perimeter, weren't really going inside much, and it ended up costing them as they tried to resort to trying to take it to the basket the last second, but just a little too late, and that's a good turnover calls there by the Pacers.
Now another takeaway here by Greensboro. A couple of bad passes here on William Peace. That'll result in a bucket on the other end. 7 turnovers so far for William Peace. And 7 points have come off of those turnovers. But meanwhile, Kiara Williams will get an and one bucket to fall, as now she'll go to the line for one more free throw attempt. Free throw good here, as that'll cut it to 2. Couple of minutes remaining in the first quarter. Empty trip here for Greensboro. Stephanie Chandler comes up with the rebound. She's met by a couple of Greensboro defenders. It'll go out of bounds off of one of those Greensboro defenders, so it'll stay here with William Peace. Austin three-pointer is no good. Pamela Mock had the rebound, and she loses it to one of the Greensboro players. They go down on the other end. A couple of free throws coming up here for Lauren Livingston.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I know a lot of Pacers players are probably not going to agree with that, but that's the thing that's so difficult about those one-on-one situations that you get on a breakaway, is that you know the contact. If you're the person attacking going to the rim, you know it's coming. So you just get an opportunity to play some smart basketball there and let the contact come to you instead of forcing it while going up to the basket.
Four-point lead here for Greensboro with 1.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter here from the Herm. As Osina loses this one out of bounds. That'll be turnover number 10, I believe. Or excuse me, that'll be turnover number 9 for William Peace.
Stephanie Chandler and Jamisha Sanders both with 2 personal fouls already in this ball game.
DeVincenzo takes this one away on the other end, and she will get fouled.
It's a good offensive play there by Cento. She could have popped the ball back out top, or popped the ball back up top, but instead just decided to stay committed to it and went underneath the basket. Don't know if she knew she was going to get the shot to fall, but she definitely knew she could probably draw some contact. She was able to do so, and she's at the charity stripe because of it.
0 for 2 there for DeVincenzo at the line, as that could have potentially cut it to 3 that could have cut it to 3 and then 2, as we've got 1 minute exactly to go here in the first quarter. And a 3 on the other end. Greensboro takes it out to a 7-point lead. It's been a tight first quarter, but Greensboro's had the momentum by an edge, and I would say they've maintained the lead the entire way since the opening tip. Austin receives the pass, left block, a little jumper is no good.
Some hard contact there after the end of the play. And that's going to be a foul that's going to go against Kiara Williams. That's going to be her first personal of the night. 16 foul.
That'll send Destiny Timberlake to the line for a couple of shots. First one rattles in. That'll take it out to an 8-point lead here for Greensboro. Second one good as well. As Greensboro leads by 9. DeVincenzo gets it. 2 to 3 seconds separate the game in the shot clock as Austin's jumper gets blocked. With 20 seconds left, Greensboro could get the last possession of the quarter, depending on how much they want to decide to push it. Little lob inside as Kiara Williams gets in there. Good defense by Williams and Austin to get the block and the turnover. And that'll be a last shot by Mock. Off the backboard, no good. And that is it for the first quarter. Pacers trailing here by 9. Pretty high, intense, fast-paced first quarter. Your score 25-16. We're glad you're with us on the Pacers Sports Network as we come back here in a couple of minutes to get this thing going again. (25-16) your scores. We welcome you back into the Pacers Sports Network as we get this second quarter underway on this Friday night here on the campus of William Peace University in downtown Raleigh. William Peace 4-4 overall this season. If you're just joining us, meanwhile, there'll be an offensive foul to get things started here for Peace in the second quarter. Greensboro maintaining the lead the whole way since the opening tip. It was a fairly back and forth first quarter, you know, high intensity from both sides, but Greensboro again able to just have the edge on the momentum. There's now a couple of free throws come up here for Egypt Alexander. Kiara Baker, her first foul of the night.
Yeah, fouls really being the difference maker so far in this ballgame as the Pacers have 8. And the Pride have 7. You don't want to give your team or your opposing teams just open opportunities like that at the foul line. And if you're William Peace, I mean, you can get right back into this ball game. You just can't give the charity stripe open and any openings to the Pride in this ball game.
There's another turnover there for William Peace. That's been a big thing that William Peace has had going against them today is sloppy passes and sloppy turnovers. And you were just talking about the turnovers. 11 Peace turnovers to Greensboro's 5, and 10 points have come off of those 11 turnovers. And Peace is down 10. I mean, we talked about this in the men's game. I mean, it's like you take out the turnovers and the points scored on turnovers, it's like that's the ball game right there.
And you also want to look at offensive rebound. That's why I'm so big of just playing inside the lane, because even if you don't get a shot up, you have a chance to get a second chance opportunity. And I mean,
we're seeing a no good on the 3 there. And now that'll be a jump ball. But yeah, as you were saying, offensive rebounding is going to be a big key for both of these teams for the rest of the night, I would say.
As the Pacers only have 2 offensive rebounds, the Pride with 1. 9 rebounds in total for the Pacers, 7 in total for the Pride. But yeah, offensive rebounding, limiting the turnovers, and just don't give away free throws as much as you can. Save those until the end of the game.
Well, and speaking of the free throws, Peace is going to have to start hitting right now. I believe they're only at 57% up from the free throw line. Now, they've only had 7 attempts, But still, in a close back and forth game that's starting to, the lead's starting to stretch out a little bit for Greensboro, those are the type of free throws you're going to have to hit late if you want to edge yourself back into this game.
Yeah, and you can't edge yourself too much, especially on the offensive possessions, which I feel like we're seeing a little bit with some of these sloppy passes that are being made and passes kind of sailing over the intended target and having to save it to keep it in bounds. Just play cool and collect. Slow the tempo down a little bit. And just pick your opportunities wisely when you can.
First free throw good there for Sanders. Second one good as well. Nice little 2-for-2 trip there. So now the Pacers within 10, 8:43 to go in the half. Now a trap by William Peace there in front of the scorer's table. And they're going to say one of the Peace defenders was the last to touch it. That'll stay here with Greensboro.
Baker, she actually said it all on that call. She was not happy about that.
No.
At all. Which I also don't understand how in a trap situation like that, how it could be two of the defenders that the ball could go off of. But there's a reason why talking to the microphone and the referees have the whistle, so.
Livingston, three-pointer is no good. As that'll be Sydney Austin to come down with the rebound. Quickly gets it to DeVincenzo. Nice long pass, but a bit too high. As that's been a big part of the turnovers is plays in transition like that. It's where they'll have something, near midcourt and they try to heat, which is fine, but you got to get it down a little bit. They try to heave it all the way down and it's too high and it goes out of bounds. That's probably happened 3-4 times tonight, I feel like.
Yeah, and I get you might have a offset advantage when you're trying to make a pass like that from half court and just lead the player to the basket. But I'd say just run with the momentum and just see how much more you can open up the floor. If you do passes like that, the floor is going to close in automatically because the defenders are going to rush to the ball, which could lead to a turnover.
First timeout of the night. Pacers trailing here by 12, 30-18. We've got 7:51 to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a short break and get right back to you on the Pacer Sports Network. $7:51 to go here in the second quarter. Pacers trailing by 12, looking to get a little something going here as Greensboro's had the lead the whole way. Pardon gets it to Sanders. Sanders drives in, and that'll be a jump ball. Good defense here by Greensboro.
The Pride currently on a 12-2 run over the last 4 minutes and 17 seconds. William Peace has come up empty-handed in their last 7 possessions as they're shooting 1 of 7 from the field within those last possessions. Currently shooting 6 of 15 as a team overall from the field.
Really nice take there by Sydney Austin as she gets it up in the right lane. That'll cut it back to 10.
Pacers also struggling to hit a 3-point shot so far in this ball game as they've missed all 3 attempts that they've had so far in tonight's game. But there's a lot of golf left to play, so that could certainly turn around here in just a bit.
Ton of ball left to play as we've got 7:22 to go here in the second quarter. Livingston on the right side looking for somewhere to go. She'll take a 3 and no good. DeVincenzo takes it up herself, right side, no good. Livingston comes up with a rebound for Greensboro, and she'll take it up herself on the other end. Three-pointer, no good. That one by Kiera Johnson, but Greensboro gets the rebound. No good on the putback. Egypt Alexander, and it'll be William Peace ball with 6:49 to go in the quarter. And there is another pass out of bounds in transition by William Peace. Turnover number 13 of the night. Second one by Baker.
Yeah, those aggressive, well, I don't want to say aggressive passing, but those overforced passes have just not worked out in the Pacers' favor so far in tonight's game. Like I said, I get it. You have a mismatch coming down the side, but you just got to slow the game down a little bit and really create some opportunities and see what you have to work with in those mismatch opportunities like that.
Little quick jump and shoot three, no good for Johnson. Whistle blown. That'll be a foul against Greensboro, I believe. 30-20 your score. Austin goes up on the right side, gets another one to go for William Peace, and that'll cut it to single digits as Chandler gets called for a foul. A little too tight as she almost got the steal there.
One thing that's going to frustrate coaches a lot in meetings, and especially the film room, is seeing fouls occur in the backcourt. And now Chandler has 3 personal fouls already in this ball game.
On the other end, this will be out of bounds. And it'll stay here with Greensboro. A couple of big buckets here late with Sydney Austin down low. That's a big reason why the Pacers have it within single digits yet again. 30-22, 5:58 to go in the half. Down low, and that one's good. Destiny Timberlake puts that in on the left block, and that'll put the lead back out to 10 in favor of Greensboro. Austin receives this one and puts it up, as that's about 6 solid points down low here in the last couple of minutes. As that'll cut it back to 8. Austin hitting 3 of her last 4 from the field. This one no good. And Alexander. DeVincenzo attempted to save it, but she will go out of bounds.
That time I'm a little surprised after that turnover because the play was slow. They were trying to move the ball around and just a little too much force behind that pass there. And now that gives the Pacers their 14th turnover of the night.
On the other end, Alexander, no good down low. Austin brings it up. Parton receives the pass. Back to Austin as she'll get fouled underneath.
The foul's going to go against Johnson. The prior is going to be her second foul of the night.
Well, to Marquetta Dickens' point over there, first-year head coach William Peace, so many of these passes by William Peace have been too high. Like most of the turnovers.
Out of range.
Yeah, most of the turnovers that have come from these passes have been too high, and they've just been maybe enough to get your fingers on it and goes out of bounds. So that's one thing they're going to have to clean up moving forward to stay in this game as we go into the second half. With 4:39 left to go in the first half here from the Herm. William Peace trailing just by a little bit, 32-26.
I'll give the Pacers credit for coming back into this lead and now cutting this game to only 6 points.
3, right corner, no good for Greensboro.
I mean, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that's really surprising to have 14 turnovers and just the first half, but only find yourself down by 6. Got to give a lot of credit to William Peace. They just got to clean it up just a tad bit, find their style of play, and who knows, the halftime, coming up at halftime, they could have the lead in this ball game.
Good ball movement here by the Pacers. Austin goes up, gets fouled. She will go to the line as she's been very aggressive here, and it's been paying off. Either she's been getting fouled, making the free throws, or getting buckets underneath.
She's been the workhorse in this ball game so far.
She has.
She's leading the team with 11 points, 4 of 9 shooting for the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. So she's someone that you got to watch out for if you're a Greensboro College Pride player.
First one no good. Greensboro scoreless in the last minute 49. They've had a little tiny bit of a cold streak here lately. Pacers within 5. Make it 4 as Austin hits that free throw.
All right, so it's interesting what William Peace is going to do here on this defensive possession. They're playing back, not coming on a full court press. They just want to just play some smart basketball.
A lot of bodies hit the floor over there. Greensboro comes up with the rebound. 13 on the shot clock. Three on the shot clock. Livingston has to get it up. A deep 2, no good. As Pardon gets the rebound. 3.5 minutes to go in the quarter, and that'll be another pass out of bounds in transition for William Peace. This one not too high, though. This one just too far away.
This one at the feet this time. I'm telling you, it's killing me over here watching this. I can only imagine what it's doing for Coach Dixon over there. I mean, just...
Yeah, that's definitely one thing Coach Dickens will talk over with them at the half. Because, I mean, they're in this game. They're there. But just a few of those little mistakes that if they could clean those up, they're going to win this game. I'm telling you, they are. If they just clean that little stuff up, that's all it takes is the little stuff. Little step back 2 is good. The bank is open.
It's the little stuff.
Nautica Falls gets that one to go. So that'll cut the lead to single possession, 30-32. Pass over to the corner. Mid-range, no good for Brianna Milton. That'll be a William Peace rebound as they slow the pace just a bit. And maybe that's something they need to do more of too, is slow the pace down a bit, because again, a lot of these turnovers have been in high speed transition. Maybe that's an adjustment that they should make and just kind of let it flow a little bit more and let the play come to them.
Well, when you slow the play down, you're able to communicate better, as you saw Devin Shinzo look over to the sideline to get the play from Coach Dickens.
Sydney Austin gets that one to go, and just like that, Pacers have their first lead of the night. Austin with 14 points, as she's been instrumental in getting that lead.
And now it's the Pacers that have completely flipped the script in this game, as they're now currently on a 9-0 run.
Greensboro scoreless over the last 3 minutes and 48 seconds, but no longer, as Lauren Livingston answers the bell there.
I knew as soon as I said something about that run, it was going to happen. Rule number 1 of commentary, never point out if a team's on a run when they're on the defensive side of the ball.
But you got to knock on wood. That's the key. That's what I've learned. You always got to knock on wood.
The wood column's too far to the left of me.
DeVincenzo walks this one up. Pacers trail here by a point with 1.5 minutes to go in the half. Taylor, bad pass inside, intended for Williams. It'll be intercepted. Livingston on the right side, as she was the one that hit that 3 that regave Greensboro the lead. Pass back to Livingston. She takes another and does not get that one to go. Taylor, good rebound. Falls, brings it up. Full head of steam, and that'll be a foul against Greensboro. A lot of contact there. So that'll be a couple of free throws here for Nautica Falls. Falls, a sophomore guard from Gastonia, North Carolina, went to Hunter Huss High School. So we've got 1 minute and a nickel left to go here in the quarter. 1:05. First one good. So that'll put it back to a single possession game. Second one good as well, and that'll cut it to a 2-point game. So now Greensboro will have a quick sub. Destiny Timberlake checks back in. And now Greensboro with the wild pass. Not too many of those tonight for them. But there is one right there, as that'll give the Pacers an opportunity to potentially tie this thing up or take the lead with a long ball. If they could get it, 52.7 seconds to go on the board.
Yeah, only 8 turnovers for the Pride, and to your point, Will, well, I was going to say the Pacers had a good opportunity right here to take control of this ball game, but the thing that's been hurting them all night, that was passing. And now the Pride's going to get another scoring opportunity here before the half ends.
Big defensive possession here for the Pacers. If they could get a stop here, they could put themselves back in a position to take the lead going into the half. Livingston, a little pump fake. Nothing there. Good defense by Parton. Now over to the right corner, inside. Good steal by Taylor as William Peace gets that stop that they needed. And that'll be a kick ball. .20 seconds to go here, no shot clock.
If I'm the Pacers here, I don't try to rush anything. I try to just let the clock wear down and just get the last shot opportunity in this ball game.
DeVincenzo with it. She's got a wide open look from 3 and hits it. And William Peace takes a 1-point lead. Livingston gets the shot off in time, and it's a little too short, and that'll do it for the half. Pacers take a 1-point lead. Greensboro took most of the momentum in the half, but William Peace got it done when it mattered, as they currently lead it going into the half, 36-35. Appreciate all of you joining us on the Pacers Sports Network. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Get the third quarter going right here on the Pacer Sports Network. All right, here we go on the Pacer Sports Network. Second half coming at you right now. 36-35 your score. Pacers leading by a point. Was able to get a nice little lead right before the intermission. Now Greensboro had most of the momentum in most of the half, but Peace, again, they got it when it mattered. You know, they got some sparks at the end. I don't think they ever trailed by any more than 10 or 12 points. And long story short, they got the right things to happen that they went into the halftime with the lead. However, Greensboro just took it right back. 2-point lead here by Greensboro as they lead at 38-36.
And Will, I was just getting ready to mention it was so big that the Pacers were only down by 1 coming into the second half, because just before that last shot by the Pride, they only had 17 turnovers. But moral of the story for most of the first half, turnovers have been the only thing that's been keeping the Pacers from running away with this ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, most of those turnovers have been, you know, long passes from about mid-court, maybe a little further out, to the other side in transition, and the passes have just been too high to handle. You know, they've been able to get maybe a hand or a finger on it, but it goes out of bounds, and that's that.
A little too much foot on the gas, pretty much.
Just a little bit.
With these passes. Give credit, though, to the Pride. They only have 1 win on their resume so far this season. They've stood toe-to-toe with the Pacers, who stand pretty high up in the standings right now for the USA South Conference.
Jamisha Sanders on the other end, and she'll get that one to go as Peace retakes the lead. Sanders 10 points after that bucket. Pacers lead at 39-38.
Also, another thing that's standing out to me, even though there's a combined total of 22 fouls between both teams, this day's just been flying by.
It has. I mean, the first quarter flew by a lot. I mean, we didn't even take a single timeout. A couple of free throws coming up here for Egypt Alexander for Greensboro. She'll knot it up there at 39 and could take the lead here if she hits this next free throw attempt. She's got 6 points on the night.
That was another thing that was hurting the Pacers, and what really gave Greensboro part of that lead early on in this ballgame was just putting the Pride on the charity stripe too much in the first half. The Pacers, with 11 team fouls against them so far in this ballgame, they just picked up their first foul in the second half. But yeah, got to limit the turnovers, limit the fouls, and if you do that, William Peace has a good opportunity to really take full control of this game.
Kira Williams gets fouled on the other end. She'll go to the line for a couple of free throws. That's one thing Greensboro did very well. They had a really good defense in the first half. It was high intensity. Forced a lot of the. Now again,
they were making you work for scores.
They were. Now, granted, some of the, most of those turnovers were because of those long passes that, the Pacers are trying to do because of the high transition. But Greensboro really, really tight defense in the first half as William Peace reclaims the lead yet again by a point, 41-40. I believe that's about the third or fourth lead change we've had since the last minute or so in the first half. So Greensboro gets another foul.
Well, on your previous point, that's actually the 7th lead change that we've had in this ball game. So that just shows how competitive these two teams are playing each other so far in this ball game. The largest lead that the Pride had was 30-18, 12 points. That came at the 7:39 mark of the second quarter.
Yeah, Greensboro had the lead most of the way until down the stretch in the second quarter.
And actually the Pacers now have their 4th lead of the night.
Young Thunder drives in, picks it up. Three-pointer from the left corner is no good. Livingston with a couple of really clutch threes in the first half, but she doesn't get that one to go. Foul against Greensboro on the other end. As Greensboro is starting to rack up a couple of fouls here in the last couple of minutes. Still a 1-point game. Peace up on by a point, 41-40.
On that last offensive transition there by the Pacers, I think that was the smoothest their passes have looked all night long. It was just a couple. I think it only took 3 passes. Yeah, I'm looking at the replay right now. It only took 3 passes for the Pacers to get down the floor just like that.
Yeah, they definitely cleaned it up a little bit with, you know, again, the passing, the ball movement, which we talked about. I mean, it's little things, but they were playing well already. I mean, they just trailed most of the first half, but we talked about if they would just clean those little things up, they're going to be in this ball game, and they're going to be in a good position to win this ball game.
And those passes that set up Parton to go to the free throw on that last offensive possession, yeah, they were fast-moving passes, but the difference was they were switching court on those 3 passes. It just wasn't one straight-on shot down court to set up for that shot opportunity.
10 on the shot clock here. Livingston looking for somewhere to go with it. Good defense here by the Pacers. 5 on the shot clock now. Mid-range 2, no good. Kier Williams not able to come down with the rebound. Almost a missed opportunity there for the Pacers, but they're able to stop it again. As Knox comes up empty, Parton pulls back a bit, slows the pace, as we talked about. You know, let the play come a little bit more to them as opposed to forcing it so much. Osina picks it up, gets it to Parton. 7 minutes even to go here in the third. Baker to Austin. Austin, left side, no good, a little too strong.
Good move there by Austin, just being the aggressor of that situation. She could have gone back on defense, but she realized that it was a one-on-one situation for the Pride there, trying to get the offensive rebound to bring the ball back up court, and Austin just went right back into it. Gave it a little bit of a fight, or allowed a little bit of a fight opportunity. Now she's going back to a charity stripe. But she's had a great game so far. She's leading the Pacers with 15 points so far in this ball game.
Scoreless in the last 2:05 is Greensboro, and again, I mean, they've racked up maybe about like 4 fouls since we've started play here in the third. As Austin hits both of her free throws, giving Pacers a 5-point lead, their biggest of the night.
I think another big difference, Will, as it's a Pacer turnover right there. Another big difference late in that first half was the Pacers defense getting back. Didn't really go with a full court press a lot. They were just playing old school, clean style defense, making the Pride work for an open shot opportunity or forcing a shot clock violation.
Yep. Yeah, they've definitely cleaned it up a lot here. 6:43 to go here in the third. Pacers on top by 5. We'll take a short break and get right back to you on the Pacers Sports Network. William Peace ball here. They lead by 5, 6:40 to go here in the third.
Wow. Great up and under move there by Osina. I thought they were initially going to call a travel. Oh. Well. Scratch that call.
Yeah, that'll be overturned. That'll come back to Greensboro. As Livingston will bring this thing up. Hands off to Johnson. Quick 3 by Johnson is no good. Parton on the rebound. Nice sharp pass down to Osina. 6 minutes to go here in the quarter. Pacers a big possession here to extend that lead even more. They lead by 5. Kier Williams goes up. Nice take. No good. Austin, however, gets it on the putback.
Sydney Austin is leading this Pacer team right now in this ballgame. She is doing everything from creating the plays to creating second chance opportunities.
Johnson, nice answer there from 3. To your point, though, Austin, 19 points. I mean, she's crushing it tonight. She's absolutely killing it. And she gets an assist right there as Kiera Williams puts that one in, extending it to 49-43, as William Peace has completely taken over here in the second half. Another one from Johnson, no good over the backboard. That'll come back to William Peace. Taylor will check in for Williams.
Pacers slowing things down here off the inbound pass.
Cena, no good there as she gets stripped. No good. From Timberlake, it'll be back to William Peace, and a long pass down to the other end. It's the type of passes that William Peace has struggled with. Baker, no good from the left corner. Good jumper there from the left side, Brianna Milton. Barton goes up and no good there. She gets her own miss. Osina gets the rebound, I should say. Goes up with it, no good there. No whistle, and that'll come back to Greensboro.
So now the thing that's going to become a little frustrating, Will, is the Pacers are actually executing these transition passes that they were struggling in the first half. Now the rim's just being unfair to them. I mean, there's just been the past 2 opportunities where the ball's just kind of sat awkwardly and just has not rolled in, or has not rolled into the favor, literally, of the Pacers.
Well, and that's in large part. Greensboro's tightened up their defense down there as well. You know, suffocating anything they can down there. Pacers up here, 49-43, 3:43 to go here in the third. Pacers controlling the tempo, controlling the momentum here so far. As Alexander will miss that one. Three-pointer off the mark there, and the battle for the rebound will belong to Greensboro as Taylor was the last to touch it.
Gotta give credit to the Pacer defense now. They're just trying to hold their own here as the Pride have gotten 3 offensive opportunities.
Taylor gets the rebound there and quickly gets it to Parton. Parton brings it up. Full head of steam, goes up on the left block. She will get fouled and go to the line.
Good move by Parton there. At that point, you're just glad that you finally got the ball back into your hands after having to come up with 3 defensive stops, and just decides to take it up to the rack herself. Knew she could draw some contact, and now she's at the charity stripe.
First basket is good. 7-point lead here for the Pacers. Parton, 5 points on the night. Second one no good. Left corner 3, other end is no good. It's Quick, misses that one. Nice quick catch and release, but just not able to get the 3 to go. DiVincenzo no good on the other end. Taylor gets fouled, and she will go to the line and could put the Pacers up here by 9 and 10.
Parton's limping off. She's done something to her ankle, it looks like. She's going to be looked at by the medical trainer.
Pacers potentially could take an 8-point lead and a 9-point lead if Taylor hits both of these free throws. First one is in the air and good. Pacers officially passed the 50-point mark, 51-43. Second one good as well. Pacers go up 9 here as they continue to control the momentum here in the third. Bucket on the other end, William Peace goes up 11. Their first double-digit lead here of the night, 2:18 to go in the third. And then it'll be a timeout Greensboro as William Peace really picking up steam here as we get close to the fourth, not quite there yet. Peace up here by 11. We'll take a short break and get right back on the Pacers Sports Network. Eleven-point lead here for the Pacers. It'll be Greensboro ball. A couple of minutes to go here in the third from the Herm. And a quick steal by Sydney Austin, but right back to Greensboro it goes. Young Thunder able to get this. Quick jumper from Young Thunder, no good. Johnson able to get it right back for Greensboro. Jumper no good. As the lid has just been on the basket for Greensboro this entire quarter.
Give credit to the Pacers right there on that last defense possession. Not going up and trying to make any contact there. Just letting them take a shot and just coming up with a rebound.
DiVincenzo no good. Taylor rebound. Gets it back to DiVincenzo. Left corner. She'll bring this one around. Austin, deep two is no good. Chandler, nice rebound. Quickly gets it to Taylor. Taylor, no good on the putback, too strong. So that'll be a foul against William Peace. Jamisha Sanders will check in.
It's going to be DiVincenzo's first personal foul of the night. That's going to add to the team's 12th foul. So only 2 fouls so far in this half for the Pacers. That's a good thing.
Greensboro able to get their first bucket in a while. As they were one of their last 11 from the field. DiVincenzo swings this one around. Chandler inside to Sanders. Sanders no good as she gets blocked. Peace struggling to put it in as well as they're now 1 of 10 from the field. Or 1 for their last 10. 30 seconds to go. As Greensboro goes up, no good, but it will be a foul as Egypt Alexander will go to the line. First one good there. Second one good as well. Alexander goes 2 for 2 there at the line. So it's now a single-digit game yet again. 19 seconds to play. DeVincenzo with it. Chandler receives it back to Baker. Baker, DeVincenzo, 4 seconds to shoot it. No good. Chandler puts it back up and no good. Buzzer expires, and that is the third quarter. Pacers up 7 here. A completely different tale here as Greensboro controlled most of the momentum in the first half, and so far in the third it's been mostly Pacers. Both teams struggling to score here in the last few minutes, but it's Peace by 7 before we go into the break. We'll be right back to you on the Pacers Sports Network. It'll be Pacer ball to start the fourth. They lead it by 7. William Peace 4-4 overall this season. Battling for that third spot in the Eastern Division of the USA South as they're tied with both Mary Baldwin and Averett at 4-4. Pfeiffer's in that mix as well at 2-2. But if William Peace could get a win here tonight, they would take that spot. Then be behind Meredith at 2 with 5-1, and then NC Wesleyan leads that at 6-0, undefeated. As Sanders goes up, gets it to go, and the Pacers lead by 9.
Great move by Austin there. She was moving to the rack in transition, decided to cut to the left corner. She didn't like what she saw and was able to just find the right person underneath the basket for that score.
Brianna Milton gets it taken away by Baker. Pass down the floor. DeVincenzo easily gets it in, and Pacers back with a double-digit lead at 11. And that's that pass in transition that we were talking about, Graham, that they struggled with so much in the first half, and they've started to figure it out here in the second.
I was just going to say the Pacers are taking complete control of this ballgame now. They're playing their style of basketball to gain this lead.
Greensboro gets it to go on the other end, cuts it back to single digits at 9. 8.5 minutes remain. Sanders gets it back from Austin, puts it in, and it's an 11-point lead.
And now if you're Greensboro, you got to move the ball inside to create some shot opportunities, which is they do there. They just come out empty-handed on that possession.
DeVincenzo pushes the floor and gets it to go, and they go up 13.
DeVincenzo one-on-one situation there. There were 3 Pride defenders. They were just on the right side. I think they were looking to see if Chandler was going to cut under the basket, and they were going to do a handoff pass or a switch-off pass at the last minute. Did not work for them.
DeVincenzo again, other end. She gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2.
And she's also started to heat up in this ball game. She's at 7 points, shooting 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 from behind the arc.
I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like William Peace is starting to really accelerate, and Greensboro is starting to fall off a little bit.
Yeah, no question. I mean, it seems like William Peace we were talking about with those passes, they had a little too much foot on the gas. Well, they never took their foot off the gas, and now it's worked out for their favor, whereas Greensboro has. And now Greensboro is just starting to play a little timid, it seems like, now that they've kind of gotten slapped around a little bit on some offensive possessions.
Yeah, well, and that is just the lids have been on the basket for them this half so far. They've been struggling to put it in. As Chandler takes a left corner three, and that almost went in. That would have been a massive three. As now Greensboro will call a timeout. But no, it definitely feels like, I mean, Greensboro got out early. And it's just like William Peace caught up at the end of the first half and then just kept going. And Greensboro almost like they started to run out of gas a little bit.
Well, smart move there by Greensboro College to call that timeout since they've, the Pacers currently on a 5-0 run over the last minute and 28 seconds. 19-2 run over the last 3 minutes and 7 seconds. So for Greensboro to come away with with just free throws in that last offensive possession for the Pacers, now's the time for them to call a timeout now that the ball is back in their possession. Go into their playbook, find which play works for them the best to just, if you can, get a big three-pointer, but definitely don't want to come out of here in an empty possession. Definitely don't want to come out of here with a one-and-done situation if you're the Pride coming out of this timeout.
Your top scorers for the Pacers tonight, Sydney Austin with 19 points, Jamisha Sanders with 14, and DeVincenzo starting to heat up. She has 8. So 2 players already in double digits and another in DeVincenzo really close to double digits. 3-point attempt by Greensboro, no good. Here's another quick one by Johnson, and it's well off to the left.
Yeah, I don't agree with that shot by Johnson. I get that you're trying to cut down this lead, but when you come out of the half and you take the inbounds pass and set up a 3-point play and it doesn't go in, you're fortunate enough to get the offensive rebound, but I don't see why you put up another 3-point shot, especially when it's sort of contested.
3-point attempt, no good. There's now a foul in transition on Stephanie Chandler. And to your point, I mean, it's like the quality of the shots are starting to drop off too. And that's something we've talked about a lot on these broadcasts is when a team gets down by a lot, or, it's becoming a lot here for Greensboro, and very quickly it's like the quality of the shot selection tends to drop off a bit.
The opportunities start to close.
Yeah, it could, because you feel that pressure, you feel the time slipping away, especially here in the fourth with 6.5 minutes to go. And it's like instead of letting the game come to you, you feel it up your neck and you try to force it a little too much.
I got a point I'll bring up on the Pacers' next offensive drive. But yeah, for Greensboro here, your shot opportunity windows are getting slimmer. So you definitely have to look to see what you can find. Unfortunately, there's nothing there, and the Pacers force another turnover. But now in this offensive possession, if I'm Coach Dickens, since the Pacers struggled so much with just pushing the tempo of the game and doing a lot of transition passes, I would try to run the clock down and really wait till the last second of the shot clock to try and put the ball into the basket. Now that you've kind of gotten yourself a nice 14-point lead here, see what you can do with time of possession that's remaining in this ball game by slowing down the ball game to your favor.
Mila Barnes in off the Pacer bench. Seeing her first minutes of the night. Greensboro looking to really get something going here as they trail 63-49. 14-point lead here by the Pacers with 5.5 minutes to go.
Now both teams going through a scoreless streak here as the Pacers haven't scored within the last 2 minutes. And for the Pride, they haven't scored within the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, they were both kind of on a cold streak to end the third. And William Peace got a couple, but, you know, kind of back at it again with both teams, like you said, struggling to find a basket here.
Now it's starting to feel like the only way both teams are going to score, as number 21 Milton of the Pride just picked up her 5th foul tonight, so she's out of this ball game. Seems like now the only way these two teams are going to score is from free throws.
Greensboro in transition here, trying to find some type of spark. Johnson, quick shoot, no good. As it'll be Nautica Falls to come up with it. She'll drive, left side no good, gets her own miss, put back no good. And Greensboro will get another opportunity here. 5 minutes even to go. Three-point attempt is good from Livingston. So that'll take us into a quick timeout. Pacers still out in front, with Greensboro trying to find a way to get themselves back into this with 4:40 to play. Take a short break and get back to you right here on the Pacers Sports Network. .440 to go here in the fourth. So William Peace tries to hang on to this lead, 63-52. A half that started out in favor of William Peace. It's now kind of, both teams are trying to break out of a little bit of a cold streak. As DeVincenzo gets the ball rolling there with a deep 2. So that'll put the lead back at 13 here for the Pacers. 65-52. Nautica Falls with a steal right in front of us here at the scorers table. And she'll take it in the other direction and put that in. That's now a 15-point lead for the Pacers. Might be their biggest lead of the night right there.
Right when I was about to say the scoring window has sort of opened back up a little bit for the Pride, the Pacers come up and just shut it right back down. And I think this actually, I do think this is the largest lead. Yep, largest lead of the night for the Pacers.
Three-pointer is good there by Destiny Timberlake, as that'll cut the lead now to 12 here at 3:48 remaining in the fourth quarter. DeVincenzo goes up, nice take, but doesn't quite get the roll. And now Barnes will get fouled. She'll go to the line.
That's going to put Peace in the bonus. Long day, Will. It's my first doubleheader that I've done with you.
We got our money's worth.
We did. This is a very entertaining game, especially at halftime, like we were talking about. Pacers found themselves only down by 1. It was so big because they had 17 turnovers just in that first half. So now have a total of 25, but they're leading by 12, so.
Barnes gets the first one to go. That's her first point of the night. So that'll put the Pacers up 13.
Just like we talked about during the boys game, I hate when a team's at the free throw line. I'm trying to. Well, luckily Greensboro was still talking, but you know, just on that first shot attempt by Barnes, right when I had something to say, it just went dead silent.
Foul on the other end. That'll go against William Peace, as that'll put Lauren Livingston at the line.
I thought it was going to go against Falls. This is going to be her first personal. 15 team fouls.
An important couple of possessions coming up here for Greensboro and William Peace. I mean, both sides, but it's going to be crucial because, I mean, three and a half minutes. Greensboro's within reach if they do the right stuff, but they gotta go now.
Yeah, and if you're William Peace, you don't really want a lot of offensive possessions coming up where you come up empty-handed, just because. Yeah, all it takes is just for a couple of shots to fall Greensboro's way, and then they could take this within single-digit lead or a single-digit lead.
3.5 minutes to go here. Pacers up 69 to 56. As a win here tonight would put them in the positive in their record. They sit at 4-4, you know, in a battle for that third place spot in the Eastern Division of the USA South, where they're currently the champs, regular season, defending.
Congratulations to Coach Dickens in her first season and her staff for, again, that accomplishment.
Well, that was actually Graham Smith last year that got that. This is her first season. You know, Graham Smith got, you can't, and we talked about this on banner night, you couldn't mention last year's Pacer team without talking about Coach Graham Smith. Just really got those girls to buy in. I mean, and they know that. I mean, everybody involved that watched that team just remembered how fun that was to watch. And, I mean, this team has really kind of picked up the ball and kind of carried that on into the next season, which is always nice to see. Marquetta Dickens doing an outstanding job here in her first year, just picking up right where Graham Smith left off. And that's more proof of that as Sydney Austin gets the and one to fall, and she will head to the line for one more free throw. A heck of a night here for Sydney Austin.
I was just about to say, I think I know who our player of the game is going to be.
Absolutely.
For sure.
21 points now for Sydney Austin. Could make it 22. She hits this free throw, as that was a big possession that puts William Peace out in front even more. 71 to 56. They lead by 15. And now 16 after Austin hits that free throw. And a block ends up in the hands of Austin. Good defense, good communication there by the Pacers defense. We could hear him chirping. Three minutes to go, 72 to 56. Big, a nice bucket here could
seal the deal.
Could seal the deal. Really put them in a good position. They would really have to screw it up, and I'm knocking on the wood. They would really have to screw it up to blow this lead at this point.
You have the wood panel right beside you. You need to knock on that. We're just knocking on our plastic table or fold-out table.
Johnson passes away. And now to the top of the key. Three-point attempt, no good for Timberlake. Quick little steal there by Greensboro. Young Thunder goes up on Chandler and gets that one to go.
What a name.
Great name. Two minutes to go. 13 on the shot clock. DeVincenzo around a pick from Williams. Continues to drive up the right lane. A little too strong on the attempt. And Chandler tips this one out of bounds. Good defense there by her. Now a trio of subs coming in for William Peace as Resto, Taylor, and Mock will all check in. DeVincenzo will take a hard foul before she's even able to pass midcourt.
While we have a stoppage in play, I'd like to invite all of you here on the Pacers Sports Network to tune in tomorrow night for a little football action and I'm not talking American, as your men's William Peace soccer team kicks off their conference opener tomorrow against North Carolina Wesleyan College at 6:30 p.m. Join myself on the call. Will be at home, nice and cozy.
We'll be home.
As I had to go find a heater before tomorrow night. But it should be a fun game.
I'll be playing some FIFA. I can do that.
In honor, yeah. You can play
I can
FIFA.
pretend.
You can play FIFA in honor of us.
I'll commentate on it while I play it.
Yeah, I say join me on the call tomorrow night, but you might just be listening to my teeth chattering, depending on how low it's supposed to get. That's something I might check in on right now.
Minute 21 to go here in the fourth as William Peace will look to put a bow on this win here tonight. They lead by 18. So they look to secure this win over the next minute, 20 seconds. DiVincenzo brings it up. Austin gets it to go. She ain't missing tonight.
Nice little chef's kiss to finish off her performance in this ball game.
Three-pointer on Greensboro's end is no good. Tyler Hackney misses that one, and some type of whistle against William Peace will bring it back to Greensboro. 51.1 seconds to go. William Peace will hit the road and take on Greensboro in Greensboro on Sunday. That'll be at 2:00 p.m. So look to get the sweep down in Greensboro on the road. Big win here tonight, but big games coming forward for the Pacers. Is now a win here tonight will put them, well, we'll have to see what happens with the other teams that they're tied with, but this will put them in a great position for that third spot in the Eastern Division. And so every game moving forward is must win for the Pacers to put them in the best possible situation for the tournament potentially. As DiVincenzo gets this to Mock. Mock gets it up in time. It's well short. 7.4 to go.
And with this win, this is going to be 3 wins in a row here inside the Herm
3 in a row
for the Lady Pacers. And that's something that's so crucial in these 2-game series is you got to win on your home court.
Couple of seconds remain. Final shot is in. But that will do it, and that is a nice win tonight for your Pacers. As Greensboro had most of the momentum early, but William Peace did all the right things to take it back over and get the win here, 78-61. Like I said, they'll head to Greensboro on Sunday and play Greensboro and try and get a sweep. But in the meantime, that's going to do it for us on the Pacers Sports Network. Enjoy having all you guys tune in. Enjoy Graham for having you on the call. And until next time.
As always, partner.
As always, you guys have a good rest of your night.